Horton's World welcomes you Transylvania, a land shrouded in mist and legend. Here, nestled high amongst the Carpathian Mountains, lies a fortress cloaked in chilling tales, Dracula's Castle. Its very name evokes images of dark, brooding towers and the creatures that might lurk within. Locals whisper of secret passages hidden deep within the castle walls. Will you dare to venture with us into the heart of Dracula's castle? Dracula's Castle. Hidden deep within the Romanian countryside, perched high upon a steep cliff, it seems almost inaccessible. The castle's history is intertwined with Vlad the Impaler, a 15th century ruler known for his brutal tactics. Was he the inspiration for Bram Stoker's infamous vampire? Within the castle walls, Vlad imprisoned and tortured his enemies. Join us as we delve into the shadowy depths of Dracula's castle. Dracula's castle stands as a monument to a time long past. Its towering spires and imposing ramparts whisper tales of a history both glorious and terrifying. Built in the 14th century, the castle has stood sentinel over the valley for centuries. Each stone within these walls could tell a story. Over the years, Dracula's castle has been a royal residence, a strategic stronghold, and even a prison. But it's the stories of what transpired within these walls that continue to draw visitors from around the world. Walk with us now as we step back in time, delving into the depths of this enigmatic fortress. In its heyday, Dracula's castle was a place of both power and opulence. Nobles and dignitaries from far and wide graced its halls. But such gaiety could be fleeting. The castle has seen its share of darkness. Intrigue and betrayal were common within its walls. Some say that the castle is haunted by the ghosts of those who met untimely ends within its embrace. No tale of Dracula's castle would be complete without mentioning Vlad III, more infamously known as Vlad the Impaler. A ruthless ruler, his name alone struck fear into the hearts of his enemies. Vlad's reign was marked by violence and brutality. His preferred method of execution, impalement, earned him his gruesome moniker. While Vlad himself did not reside in Dracula's castle for an extended period, his presence is deeply entwined with its legend. It was Vlad's reputation for cruelty that would later serve as inspiration for Bram Stoker's iconic vampire. If you liked the video so far, please like and subscribe. Separating fact from fiction within the walls of Dracula's castle can be a daunting task. Bram Stoker, the author who gifted the world with Dracula, never even set foot within the castle walls. Yet Stoker's vivid descriptions of the castle, fueled by local folklore and his own imagination, captured the public's imagination. His novel cemented Dracula's castle as the ultimate Gothic fortress. Whether you believe in the legends or not, the castle's eerie beauty and its connection to the Dracula mythos continue to fascinate and intrigue. The line between truth and fiction may be blurred, but one thing remains certain: Dracula's castle will forever hold a place in our collective imagination. The walls of Dracula's castle whisper tales of a bygone era. But how do we separate fact from fiction when exploring a place so steeped in myth and mystery? Historical accounts offer glimpses into the castle's past, but even these can be contradictory. Were the whispers of Vlad's cruelty exaggerated by his enemies, or do they paint a true picture of the man known as the Impaler? Even today, historians and scholars debate the validity of the stories associated with the castle. Was it truly a place of unspeakable horror? Or have centuries of embellishment transformed it into something more sinister than it ever was? The Carpathian Mountains have long been steeped in folklore. Legends of vampires, werewolves, and other creatures of the night permeate the very air. For centuries, locals have passed down tales from generation to generation. It is said that on moonless nights, the spirits of Vlad's victims can be seen wandering the castle's ramparts. Some even whisper of a secret chamber where Vlad himself practiced dark rituals. Were these tales born from genuine encounters with the supernatural, or are they merely reflections of the fears and anxieties of those who lived in a time shrouded in darkness? Unraveling the truth of Dracula's castle is a task that has challenged historians for centuries. Primary sources, such as personal letters and official documents from the time period, offer valuable insights. But even these can be subjective, colored by the writer's own biases and beliefs. Archaeological evidence, like the artifacts and ruins found within the castle walls, provide tangible links to the past. Ultimately, the historian's task is not to present a definitive truth, but to offer a balanced perspective, acknowledging both the historical evidence and the enduring power of the legends. While the mystery and intrigue surrounding Dracula's castle are undeniable, it's important to look beyond the shadows and appreciate the castle for its historical and architectural significance. The castle's strategic location, perched high on a cliff face, speaks to its importance as a military stronghold. Its imposing architecture, a blend of Gothic and Renaissance styles, reflects the changing tastes and influences of the times. Today, Dracula's castle stands as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, drawing visitors from around the globe. Whether you're drawn to Dracula's castle for its chilling tales or its historical significance, one thing is certain: this fortress will continue to captivate and inspire for generations to come. To truly understand the legend of Dracula's castle, we must journey back to the 15th century, to the time of Vlad III, the man who would become known as Vlad the Impaler. Born into a noble family in Wallachia, a region in present-day Romania, Vlad's early life was marked by turmoil and uncertainty. As a young boy, Vlad and his brother were taken hostage by the Ottoman Empire. These early years, spent in captivity, would profoundly shape Vlad's character. After years of struggle, Vlad eventually ascended to the throne of Wallachia, determined to secure his country's independence. To survive in this treacherous world, Vlad knew he had to rule with an iron fist. Vlad's reign was one of unprecedented brutality, even for an era accustomed to violence. He believed that fear was the most effective weapon, and he wielded it with terrifying precision. While impalement became his most infamous method of execution, Vlad employed a wide range of gruesome punishments. Boiling, skinning, burning, and dismemberment were just a few of the horrors inflicted upon those who crossed him. Stories of Vlad's ruthlessness spread like wildfire throughout Europe. One account tells of Vlad dining among a forest of his impaled victims. Whether these tales were entirely accurate or embellished over time is debatable. While Vlad's brutality was undeniable, some historians argue that his actions must be viewed within the context of his time. Wallachia was a land rife with corruption and treachery. Vlad saw himself as a stern but just ruler, determined to restore order and stability. He imposed harsh punishments for crimes such as theft and murder. There are even accounts of Vlad leaving a golden cup unattended in the town square. Vlad's ruthlessness was not solely directed at his own people. He famously repelled the invading Ottoman armies. While Vlad's methods were extreme, they were effective in securing his power and ensuring the survival of Wallachia. Over time, the line between Vlad the Impaler and the fictional Count Dracula has become increasingly blurred. Bram Stoker, the author of Dracula, is believed to have drawn inspiration from Vlad's historical reputation for cruelty. While Stoker's novel took creative liberties with Vlad's story, many elements that define the vampire myth can be traced back to Vlad the Impaler. Whether Vlad himself ever set foot in Dracula's castle is a matter of debate among historians. Today, Dracula's castle stands as a testament to the enduring power of storytelling. Deep within the bowels of Dracula's castle, a team of archaeologists has been toiling away, carefully sifting through centuries of dust and debris. Their mission? To uncover the truth behind the castle's many legends. For years, rumors have circulated amongst the locals, whispers of a hidden chamber tucked away within the castle walls. Could this be just another folktale passed down through generations? Or could there be some truth to these whispers? Fragments of pottery, rusted weapons, and even bones, each artifact painting a picture of life and death within the castle walls. Then, one day, a breakthrough. Hidden beneath a layer of rubble, they uncovered a section of flooring that seemed different, older somehow. This was no ordinary room. This was a dungeon, a place of confinement and suffering. The archaeologists meticulously documented their findings, each photograph, each measurement, bringing them closer to understanding the purpose of this hidden chamber. They worked tirelessly, knowing that every detail, no matter how small, could provide crucial insights into the lives of those who once inhabited this enigmatic space. The walls were bare, save for a few scratched markings that hinted at the anguish of those who were imprisoned here. These markings, etched into the stone, told silent stories of suffering and despair, offering a glimpse into the tormented minds of the prisoners. Who were the souls unfortunate enough to be confined to this dark and desolate place? Were they rebels, dissenters, or simply victims of a cruel fate? The chamber held their secrets tightly, but the archaeologists were determined to uncover the truth. Were they enemies of Vlad the Impaler, accused of treason or treachery? The notorious ruler was known for his brutal methods of dealing with those who opposed him, and this chamber could very well have been a part of his reign of terror. Or were they innocent victims, caught in the crosshairs of a ruler known for his ruthlessness? The line between guilt and innocence was often blurred in those dark times, and many suffered unjustly under Vlad's rule. The discovery of this hidden chamber sent ripples of excitement through the archaeological community and beyond. Scholars and historians eagerly awaited the findings, hoping to piece together a more complete picture of this dark chapter in history. It was a tangible link to a dark and tumultuous period in history, a time when power was absolute and cruelty knew no bounds. The chamber stood as a stark reminder of the lengths to which rulers would go to maintain their grip on power. But this was just the beginning. The chamber was only the first piece of a much larger puzzle, and the archaeologists knew that their journey into the past had only just begun. As the archaeologists delved deeper, they uncovered something even more extraordinary, something that would rewrite the history of Dracula's castle. Each new discovery added layers of complexity to the story, challenging long-held beliefs and assumptions. Concealed beneath the dungeon floor, they discovered a narrow passageway leading down into the depths of the castle. This hidden tunnel, untouched for centuries, promised to reveal even more secrets about the infamous ruler and his fortress. What they found at the end of that passage would change everything they thought they knew about Vlad the Impaler and the secrets of Dracula's castle. The revelation was so profound that it would force historians to reconsider the entire narrative of this legendary figure and his reign. The passage descended deep into the earth, twisting and turning through the castle's foundations. The air grew colder, damper, the silence broken only by the sound of their own breathing and the drip, drip, drip of water seeping through the ancient stone. Finally, they emerged into a large chamber, its walls lined with shelves stacked high with scrolls, books, and strange artifacts. A fire burned brightly in the hearth, casting flickering shadows that danced across the walls, as if the room itself was alive. But it was the figure seated at the far end of the chamber that truly took their breath away. He sat upon a throne of carved bone, his skeletal fingers drumming impatiently upon the armrest. Though his flesh had long since withered away, his eyes still burned with a fierce intelligence. This was no ordinary corpse. This was something more, something beyond the realm of the living. The archaeologists exchanged uneasy glances. Could this be the true Vlad the Impaler, preserved somehow through the centuries? And what secrets did he hold within his skeletal grasp? The archaeologists knew they had stumbled upon something truly extraordinary, a discovery that would rewrite the history books. But as they reached out to examine the skeletal figure more closely, the candles in the chamber suddenly sputtered and died, plunging the room into darkness. Panic seized the team as they fumbled for their torches, their heartbeats echoing in the sudden silence. But when they finally managed to relight their lamps, the chamber was empty. The throne sat vacant, the fire in the hearth reduced to embers. Of the skeletal figure, there was no sign. News of the discovery spread like wildfire, but the authorities dismissed it as a hoax, a publicity stunt. Yet, the archaeologists knew what they had seen. They had looked into the eyes of history, had brushed against a legend, and as the sun began its final descent, casting long shadows across the castle walls, they couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched, that the secrets they had uncovered were only the tip of an ancient and terrifying truth. Dracula's Castle, A place where history and legend intertwine, where the echoes of Vlad the Impaler's reign mingle with the chilling allure of the vampire myth. We've journeyed through its shadowy corridors, explored its turbulent past, and unearthed secrets buried for centuries. From the brutal reign of Vlad the Impaler to the enduring legend of Dracula, this fortress continues to captivate our imaginations. The line between fact and fiction may forever be blurred within these walls, but that's part of what makes this place so captivating. Dracula's castle remains a testament to the enduring power of storytelling, a place where the past refuses to stay buried. So the next time you find yourself gazing at the moonlit sky, remember the secrets hidden within these ancient stones, and ask yourself, do you dare to believe? Horton's World would like to thank you for watching and remind you to like and subscribe till next time.